honestly, do you feel your social media presence is a turnoff for some of the coaches and potential schools that you could sign to?
Yeah, so being completely open and honest, it was a turnoff for my coaches at Texas, which I didn't know until the end. My end of year meeting, they pulled me in and they said, "Hey, man, like, you know, being completely honest with you, we don't really like what you're doing." I was like, "Oh, well, y'all never said anything. I would have stopped. Like respectfully, I would have stopped if y'all asked me to. I mean, this is what I want to do." But I think, to be completely honest with you, I think most coaches love it, especially like had a conversation with Penny Hardaway, loves it. You know, Coach Lanier at Rice. He was at SMU. They were recruiting me at SMU before I went to Texas. I talked to him about it. He's a huge proponent of it. Look, if a college, I think that if a college coach really cares about the kids, they want the kids to get as much out of it as they possibly can. Especially a cat who's like me, who's a walk on, who's I'm not playing 30 minutes a game. So what can I do to like squeeze the juice out of this? You only get 4, maybe 5 years. You only get that. And that's if you're lucky. Mind you, like I'm looking at the possibility of not playing anymore. Like that's real. You only get 4 or 5 years if you're lucky. So why not squeeze the juice out of it while you can? And I think most coaches are on board with that idea. Obviously, there's a lot of coaches who are really old school about it. And the social media stuff and the NIL space is not all that important to them. And that's totally fine. I respect what coaches have to say about the issue and stuff. Um, for any player who wants to look into doing the content creation thing, hindsight's 2020. I would suggest asking your coaches first and just making sure that this is something that's cool with them, because you don't want to screw up the opportunity that you have, right? And mind you, like that's not really the reason why I'm transferring, but it was definitely a factor, right? Now it's like I gotta live and die by it now. I mean, I'm kind of at the point of no return with this whole thing. So, and I'm blessed for that. Honestly, I truly am. But yeah, man, I think if you're open and honest about it, and I think if coaches truly care about every player on their roster, um, I don't really see why it would be an issue.